talked about it yesterday, just that chip on your shoulder. Everyone talking about a neutral AFC Championship game, not even thinking about you guys. How much did that motivate you coming into this?
You better send those refunds.
I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. We ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. We ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. Back-to-back champs, kings of the north with it. Thinking they can hang with us, still ain't jumped out the porch with it. Long bomb to chase every Sunday, watch him go and get it. Double up on him, then we gon' double down on T. Higgins. Then throw Boyd in the mix, now you really iffy. Every Sunday showing boys how to really gritty. They try to shuffle up the game on us, but they ain't icky. Flip the coin, kick the toe, Roger to go and get it. Never know what's gonna happen when Joe drop back. He gets shiesty in the pocket, I get shiesty on the track. Nobody on the team all pro, that's all cap. Most all around team in the NFL, that's all fact. Ain't came across nobody yet that seem like they can hang with us. They said we couldn't be Buffalo, but see how we call they bluff. Underdogs every week, they keep on trying to label us. Put your money on us, even if Vegas don't favor us. No matter what, we really came up, now it's hard to fail. I dare you come across that middle, Von gon' ring your bell. I know we under they skin, them boys built frail. Eli Apple out there chirping like a next tail. You don't want Salmon Trey to come off them ends. Rita clogging up the middle like a big body Benz. Right behind them Logan and Pratt, the turnover twins. Jesse Bates in the backfield just to clean up the loose ends. We just drafted Cam and drafted Hill. Instant gratification every time that they on the field. We can't go back to what we was, cause that's the loser way. It's been hard to throw on us since we picked up a woozy. It's like win after win, feel like we could really do it. Zach Taylor doing the same for the city, I give it to him. And I bet Samazi will find a hole if you give it to him. Hayden Hurst don't need a hole, he just plan on running through him. Just hand it off to 28 and let him do the dash. Getting hit by BJ Hill probably feel like a car crash. Every week it seem like Lou digging deeper in his bag. And if the game on the line, all my favorite money match. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. And we ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. And we ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up.
What do we say, dog?
They gotta play us! It'd help if I turn my camera on. What's up, y'all? That's right, they gotta play us. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapple. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the back-to-back AFC North champion Cincinnati Bengals. Now, do me a favor. If you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. You guys are awesome. I'm up to 2,277 subscribers. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you're watching Facebook or Twitter and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, why not? Please do so. Please go to the YouTube channel Sports with Strawberry Ice. Hit the subscription button. Hit the bell for notifications. Every time I go live, you'll be notified. Also, exclusively in the YouTube chat crew, we're doing super chats. So if you got something you would like to ask Mohammad about his thoughts on the Bengals and the articles he's wrote in the past or anything like that, or just want to support the show, give me a super chat. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'm coming to you live from this glorious place down here. It's the Ice Cave. The Ice Cave is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And you know what? I wear it almost every single day. I got it on today. I was wearing them down at the practice. I had to change clothes because it was hot as crap down there. So I got some nice clean shirt and a clean hat on, but got the Jackpot Joey gear. We got the hats, we got the shirts, the flags, everything's at jackpotjoey9.com, which is right there. Portion of proceeds go to the Joe Burrow Hunger Relief Fund and the Joe Burrow Foundation. Also, the beer is coming back out here soon. It's at Break Brewery. So when it comes out, you guys will find it. I will let you know where it is and when it is. Now, we've been talking about this Jackpot Joey Cornhole Tournament. Well, apparently, we are moving it. It's going to be, I think, October 21st. Again, if you're interested in signing up for this, it's going to be a great time. 100% of the proceeds go to the Joe Burrow Foundation. So go to Brink Brewery's social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that. Go there and sign up. All the details of what you get for your sign up, the prizes that you can win, and all that stuff are on there. So let's support a great cause. Let's get some more money for Joe Burrow's Foundation and some people in need. What's up to everybody in the chat? Stranger, your first. Crip's in there. Brad's in there. Parker. My boy Parker's in there. What's up? Pork Chop. He's in Big Fancy. I wonder if he's in Big. He might be. He's going to work. They just got done with their shows. And go check out Bengals Bridge, which, by the way, I screwed up and I my show's on their Twitter page today. So yeah, you're welcome. I didn't mean to do it. It happens. Anyway, let's get to the man. We got training camp. I was down there today. Let's get to the man, Mr. Mohammad Ahmad. What's up, Mohammad? How you doing, brother?
It's quite the introduction there. You just did the Photoshop and a little roar. I like that. What's up, man?
Hey, I'm just happy your camera works this time. The last couple of times you come on, you have got your camera, so I get to see your face now. Very handsome man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll clean the beard up a little bit. It's a little scuffly, but we're doing what we can with it.
I do. This is all I can grow. Mine's all gray now anyway. So
the perks of being Middle Eastern, man, you just get that full beard, that full package. Being Arab.
Yeah, you probably had you get a 5 o'clock shadow at like probably what 4:30.
Pretty much, yeah, basically, man.
Sometimes I wish I had that problem, but
it's a good problem.
I like it. Like I said, there's nothing growing here. That's just the way it happens. Anyway, so all right, so first day of Bengals training camp. I know you weren't down there, but I was, and it was hot as crap. Justin Herbert signed his contract. When we are all back together Saturday, is Jackpot Joey going to have his contract signed Saturday? I mean, I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I don't know about Saturday. Maybe the weekend timing might throw it off. I think probably next week. I think at this point, like, you're going into the end of July, you're getting into August. You want to maybe get it done before the preseason, because I think once you get to the preseason, like, that game against Green Bay, I think that's where you want to just get it over with, because obviously I wasn't there. For those who don't know, I'm no longer with Cleveland.com. We sadly discontinued our Bengals coverage. So I'm just talking about it from home right now, but yeah, I mean,
agent. You'll get somewhere. Just like Jay Morrison, he bounced back. You'll find something. You're a good writer. I believe it. So anybody who wants to hire him, he's right here. Go check him out.
Yeah, no. We're high spirits, man. We're doing great no matter what happens. We're blessed, but yeah, man. I just think, everyone's been chirping, everyone's been asking about it, and you've seen Mike Brown, Duke Tobin, Zach Taylor, of course, Joe Burrow himself, like. They've all been tight-lipped. They've all sworn to secrecy. They're not going to talk about it, which makes sense because, I mean, Joe Burrow's already like a private guy anyway, and so you don't want to add more than you need to. I think he's only saying as much as he needs to. Just give the media the quick 1-2-liners they need for their little stories or whatever. So, but I think it's going to be brought up a lot no matter what, and I think you want to just kind of get all of that out of the way before the preseason. So I say next week. I think next week we get the deal done, or we see them get the deal done.
Well, and Mohammad, I kind of like it that I don't know. I think it's good in good faith that they've all come to an agreement to not say anything about it. To me, that's that they're in good working terms. It doesn't give us anything, which kind of sucks. But honestly, all I want to know is when he signs, how much he signs, how much is left over for T and Jamar and Logan Wilson and DJ and everybody else. That's all I care about. Up until that, I don't really care. I mean, I do, but I don't. I just want to know what it is once it's done,
What I do wonder is, I mean, obviously we don't know what we don't know, and we only know what we know. But I wonder, though, how much the Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert deals like are going to play into that. Because I just, something tells me that no matter what, oh, that's a nice starter kit, whoever that was.
I talk about mine. I'm not sure. I don't know. Yours is way better than mine.
Either way, that's very kind of that commenter. I just feel like they've had this deal done, or maybe it's already done, and they're just not announcing it yet until obviously like a certain point. So I wonder how much the Herbert deal really played into it, and how much of an extent that we saw that Hurts and Jackson deals play into it, because I don't know that Burrow's going to pull like a Patrick Mahomes hometown 10-year deal, but I could see them saying, hey, like, let's do a little something more than 5 years. Like, let's sweeten the deal. And I still think he's going to be the highest paid guy in the league. I think he's going to top Herbert, who I think is making $52.5 million a year now. I don't know how it's going to compare to the guarantees. I know the dude can get up to like $218.7 million guaranteed if he stays healthy, which, I mean, at that point, only Deshaun Watson has gotten more guaranteed money than that. So I don't know if Burrow gets more guarantees. I think he makes more annually. I just don't know how they stagger it. And then this is the complicated part. I wonder how that feeds into the cap versus all those other deals. Because I think with the Chargers, since they extended the 5th-year option on Herbert, it saved like $10 million in cap space for 2024. So if you want to keep guys on the books, big names on that team like Derwin James or whoever, I don't know
Right.
who's up in 2024 in LA, it gives them room to do that. So do the Bengals do something like that where they have room to let T. Higgins have the biggest cap hit next year and what would presumptively be an extension? How much of that do you leave for Jamar Chase where his cap maybe doesn't hit until 2025? Because you got to remember, he's not going to be eligible till next year. So
Right.
I'm not Troy Blackburn. I'm not Katie Blackburn. There's a reason why those guys have degrees. I'm just spitballing at this point.
Exactly. Now, everybody keeps wondering because all the stuff that T's been tweeting out, and Brad here saw on Twitter that they're going to announce Joe and T together. I haven't seen that. I mean, some
I
people
haven't seen that. That's probably
some people
a rumor.
have speculated on that. I don't know. I mean, maybe, but but everybody is wondering what is T tweeting out. He's tweeting out because people are asking me that down at training camp. What do you think the stuff he's tweeting out means? Like, I have no freaking clue.
I think a deal's coming for Higgins.
Yeah.
Where he put the emoji like this, and then there was Jamar Chase going like that picture of him. I think he's saying that something's coming, not just for Burrow. I think he's saying Higgins is going to get a deal soon.
Now, one thing's interesting. They did. Kelsey, I got a clip from Kelsey Conway. She actually asked T. Higgins about it earlier today, and this is what from Kelsey Conway. This is what T had to say.
If some players have done that in years past.
No, I just y'all know me. I just want to get my work in, and contribute to the team any way I can. So that happened. That's God's time.
So he kind of answers the same way he always does. It comes in God's time, which not a bad answer.
Yeah.
They're not gonna tell us anything, but I mean, it's kind of funny that he tweets all that stuff out. Then he's like, well, just kind of what's God's time. Let's see, something's going on, but I don't know what. And I personally do think they're waiting for Herbert because I don't think they wanted to hurry up and jump the gun. And I think Joe wants to be the highest. Joe deserves to be the highest paid. I mean, which is only going to be until next year. Till somebody else is the highest paid quarterback. That's the way it is. But I mean, it's going to happen soon. I think T is going to happen soon. I'm just concerned about you still got Logan Wilson that's free agent this year. You got DJ Reader, and there's still a lot of guys. I don't know if they're going to keep them all. I mean, I know Chase isn't going anywhere. They're going to keep him.
Yeah.
There's always so like Mike Brown said, there's only so much pieces of the pie.
I love that analogy.
So, right. So it just kind of depends on what happens. I mean, do you think they can get everybody under? I mean, that's a lot.
Higgins, Chase, and Burrow for sure.
Right.
I used to doubt that if they could even keep those three. But I think thinking about the salary cap and seeing how they spread it for Hurts, how they spread it for Herbert, how they spread it for Lamar, I definitely think it's possible. It'll take some mental gymnastics, but it can be done. Wilson is a toss-up. I think that's a toss-up. I saw you mentioned.
I was more thinking they were going to sign Wilson until they signed Jermaine last year. Now they signed Jermaine. I don't know if they're going to sign Wilson. I would love.
That's part of the issue,
right?
Because you already and even though Jermaine took a hometown discount because it's only like a $21 million deal, like that's still money you could have given to Wilson. And what if he doesn't want a hometown discount? What if Wilson's like, hey, I want to be here, but I want to get paid? Because I mean, Jesse Bates was the same way. He wanted to be in Cincinnati. I think if it was up to him, he'd still be in Cincinnati, but he wanted to get paid. Because I think I said this on the Bengals and Brews podcast about Bates. If it was up to him, I'm sure he would have taken a discount like Pratt did, but he's in a personal situation where he wants to set up his mom, his family, his cousins, whoever, where generational wealth, where maybe that's where you can't afford a discount.
Right.
Maybe Pratt's not concerned about that, and he was willing to do that. I don't know how Wilson feels about that. And obviously, I know you mentioned Kelsey Conway. I saw she tweeted that. He kind of gave the textbook answer. It's out of my control, but that, he wanted to be in Cincinnati. So I think really that's where his agent is handling all of that. But speaking of agents, I do think it'd be interesting if the Bengals get a deal done with Higgins, because we all know David Mulligetta. That's a name that we've heard a lot about the last 2 years. I know he couldn't get a deal done for 2 years for Bates. So maybe both sides learn something here, and maybe they help Higgins out. I don't know. I just like to see kind of how they deal with Mulligetta on round 3.
That's the one that always worries me because they've never, as far as I know, and I've asked a couple of different beat writers and stuff, have they ever done a deal with Mulligetta? Not that I know of. And that's what does worry me. But I think T wants to be here. So if the player wants to be here, and I don't know if he is trying to get generational wealth. I mean, because if T goes to 90% of any other NFL franchise,
He'll
he's
be a
going to be
number
paid
one.
as a number one wide receiver. He's not going to get that here. I mean, he's not, because he's not. Jamar's the number one. He's 1A.
Right.
So that's where the reality of the situation is. So that's where it's up to T. Does he want as much money as he can get, or does he want to win as many rings as he can? Because one thing, wide receivers, I've said this lots of times on here before. If you don't have a quarterback, you can go and you can get a whole bunch of money for 1 year, and then if you don't play very good and the quarterback doesn't help you out, you're gone. I mean, case in point, I always bring up TJ Houshmandzadeh, which I love TJ, but he left and went to Seattle, and you kind of went back to Baltimore and was done in 3 years, 2 years.
Yeah.
So, and he never had another quarterback. So that's where wide receivers, and it's not always like that, but most time you got to have a pretty good quarterback to help you out.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he can't get that elsewhere. I mean, what if he goes to Chicago and clinks up with Justin Fields? Maybe he goes to New England, which is a name everyone kept throwing out, and Mac Jones has some kind of resurgence. I mean, that's a big if. I'm hypothesizing, but yeah, I mean, you kind of look at Houshmandzadeh. It's not even just Houshmandzadeh. I mean, you look at a lot of guys who went team to team, and sometimes they get the good quarterback, and they're still not happy. Stephon Diggs. But yeah, you see it happen. You see it happen, man. You can go to another team with a good quarterback, and you still got issues. You got to find that right fit that's good for you.
Exactly. Now, Crypt Keeper got something. I honestly have no idea here. He said, Drew Chrisman, why is he in the hospital? What happened to training camp?
I saw this on Twitter. According to Kelsey Conway, Zach Taylor says he has a medical condition that put him in the hospital. Says it was taken care of quickly, but did not offer further details. There's a clip of him talking about it. This is on Kelsey's page.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering. I never did see him out there.
He was not out there. I wasn't there today, but yeah, I know. I saw on Twitter he wasn't out there.
Yeah, Brad Robinson, that dude. He can kick. He can punt.
He actually lives at my apartment complex.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you need to say, hey, I got my best friend Strawberry Ice. He has a podcast. You've been on Bengals and Brews. He's really good friends with those guys. You want to come on Strawberry Ice's podcast next? So I'm always asking Mohammad. That's the only way I get people on. But
funny.
But I mean, honestly, we can talk about the punting here a little bit. Is it really going to be a competition? I mean, I really think it's Drew Chrisman is a great dude. I've met him.
Stand up guy. He's had a shot. They drafted Brad Robinson for a reason. Brad Robinson can freaking punt the hell out of the ball, and I think it's going to be his job. I don't think there's a whole lot Drew can do about it. What's your thoughts? Just everything you just said. I mean, I've been saying this since I saw both of them punting together in OTAs and mini camp over the summer. I mean, there were times where the ball almost hit us in the stands. I think it almost hit Mike Petraglia.
It hit Trags, yeah. I heard about that. Yeah, my boy
Trags.
Trags.
Crap for that on Twitter, but yeah, it almost hit Trags at one point, which I was like, okay, if the ball's gonna hit Trags, then I think he's gonna win this job. Brad Robbins, Drew Chrisman, again, great guy. I don't think anyone's ever going to question his character ever, especially when you look at that feel-good story that he was doing with the DoorDash work of the summer. But at the same time, I think you look at the Kansas City game, I think Darren Simmons had some sleepless nights, and I think that's part of why he drafted Brad Robbins, why he drafted Charlie Jones, so that he doesn't have those sleepless nights when it's Super Bowl or bust this year for the Bengals. So, yeah, it's pretty straightforward for me.
And that's one thing I said about this draft. They not only drafted a lot of defensive guys, but they drafted a lot of players that are going to help out on special teams. Our special teams wasn't that great last year.
Andre Yoshivas, I mean, they could use him on special teams too if he makes the team.
You got
DJ
Chuck
Ivey,
Sizzle.
same thing.
Yep.
Jordan Battle, that's a big special teams guy.
Yep. Like literally, everybody they drafted, almost everybody they drafted could participate on special teams.
Everyone except Miles Murphy, basically, could have some kind of role, 100%.
Right. So I mean, it's this is Mohammad. This is to me the most complete team the Bengals have had. I keep saying it every year, but it's cool. We keep improving. But honestly, it is the only concern I really have is tight end. Is Irv Smith going to stay healthy? If he stays healthy, I think we're fine. Running back, I'm just curious who's going to be our second running back or our third down back. Other than that, dude, what things do we have to worry about?
I don't even know if I'd be that worried about running back because I think it's simple. Mixon's your starter. That's said and done. withstanding the legal stuff, of course, because he still has his court case. But
Right.
withstanding that, he's your guy at number one. I think the 2-3 situation is not that complicated. I think it's going to be Travion Williams at number two.
Yeah.
But in the same way they used Chris Evans last year and the year before, they used Chase Brown like that. I don't think you see Chris Evans play much this year. He'll make the 53
He
man
barely played the
roster.
last 2 years.
He'll make the 53-man roster as a number 4 guy, but like what he did last year and the year before, you're not going to see that. At least before he got benched at the end of last year, and he was like inactive pretty much after the Chiefs game. I know he was pretty much inactive from there and all but like one game, or he wasn't even active at all. But no, I think Evans makes the roster, but you basically, it's simple. You just move Williams to P. Ryan's spot, and you switch Evans' role with Brown. So Evans, instead of being your number 3 guy, it's going to be Brown. Evans goes to 4. I don't see Jacob Sailors or Calvin Tyler Jr. making the roster. I think they're just going to compete for a practice squad spot. One of those guys will get it, the other one won't. But yeah, pretty simple.
A lot of it for the backup running back, I think it's going to come down to pass protection, and Travion. I think, I can't remember if I think it was Trags that came out here and told me, because he was asking him about it, and he said, "Bro, go look at my college tape." He's like, I can pass protect. So I mean, he's very confident in what he can do, and my God, I'm glad to see Travion finally getting a legit shot. I mean, I love P-Ron. I mean, he was one of I think my favorite Bengals, but he moved on, and Travion is one of the nicest guys, and he's healthy. It's the first time he's really going to get a legit shot, though, to show what he can do. And I mean, he was a pretty productive college running back, and he doesn't have they haven't used him a lot, so he's still got a lot of tread on his tires. So you got him, you got Chase Brown. I mean, I'm not worried about the running back room, just who does what, but the concern is the tight ends. Now, I called this, I said it on Bengals and Brewers, or I said it in our group chat, I can't remember which, but that we're going to get Wilcox back. And so people are like, why did we get him back?
He came back.
Yeah, there are people like, why are we going to sign him? Like, well, we only got 3 tight ends, and only one of them is like one who can really catch the ball. I mean, Wilcox is not a pass catching tight end per se, but he did better last year than I thought he would. But this is a big year for Irv Smith. Irv Smith's got to be, he's got to be healthy. If he's healthy, dude, he's going to make a ton of money next year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just like Hayden Hurst did, like CJ Uzomah did. I mean, you want to talk about the Joe Burrow effect. That's like one sub-aspect of the Joe Burrow effect, and that's tight ends getting paid. If you can stay healthy and play good like Hayden Hurst did, and even though Hayden Hurst missed like 3 games last year, look at what he's making in Carolina. I think he's the highest paid tight end in the league now because of it.
That's it. It does good to come to Cincinnati, play tight end for a year, and go elsewhere and play something else, or play for somebody else. But I mean, that's the one thing. Like I said, Hayden Hurst did miss 3 games last year, so it concerns me. But it doesn't, because we already did this last year when Hayden got hurt and Wilcox stepped in. Drew Sample could be an option. I mean, I think the book's still out on him. And also, he's coming back from a knee injury. So Wilcox is still injured too. I saw him; he was at practice, but he was walking around not doing anything. So that's really the only concern that I guess I have on the team. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty stacked, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I was maybe a little bit more worried about the safety room just because of Von Bell and Jesse Bates leaving, but I don't think you should look at Nick Scott as like some consolation prize. I think they really wanted him. They had their eye on him, like even before they knew Von was going to walk, before Jesse was going to walk. And I mean, Dax Hill's a first-round pick. I get it. He didn't really have it his way last year, being a backup slot to Mike Hilton. I get that. It's not what you ideally want as a first-round pick, but like good things come to those who wait. And I think we're going to see a lot of good things come from Dax Hill, from Nick Scott. And honestly, even if Jordan Battle has to learn the game, I can see him getting better. Not that he's not good, but like he can get better and better week in and week out. Like this is kind of how I look at Jordan Battle being used. And I've said this to people before. So you don't have Trey Flowers anymore. He goes to Atlanta, joins Jesse Bates. You know, they would use him on third down to cover tight end. So like Mark Andrews, Cameron Brate, Travis Kelce, like, you know, Dawson Knox, whatever. They bring him in some packages. So he didn't play a whole lot, but he played and he had a big role. I think that's basically Jordan Battle. Come in as like your third down tight end specialist, or you have Akeem Davis-Gaither do that, because he did do that a few times, like the pick he got against Baltimore. Yep. He came in on that package with Lou Anarumo and did that. And then maybe use Battle as just like an extra safety who can drop deep. If you're playing guys with like really good receivers like Stephon Diggs, it's third down. You need someone to like cover two or
Right.
go long on him. That's where you can bring in Battle or have him do that to any other number one receiver on like a third down play or something.
Now, these are things that I keep hearing. Do you think they'll do a 3 safety set a lot? Do you think they'll drop Dax? Will Dax drop into the slot too? Because that's something that
I don't think so. No, I think he's going to play like a true safety. I think he's going to play like a true outfielder, and I think they're going to, again, I don't know how frequently they go 3 safety. I mean, they could do it. I just don't know how often. Third
they did it
downs
more toward the end
sure.
of the year last year than they did the beginning. Middle, they kind of went away from it. They did a little bit at the beginning. Middle, not so much. In the end, they did it more often than they have. And I said this for Battle might. He might get a lot of snaps this year. I don't know why.
I mean, progressively, he might start with a few, and if he starts showing good, I'm not saying he'll be a starter because that's why you got Nick Scott all that money. But like I said, he'll be out there a lot. And eventually he will be a starter at some point if they don't keep Nick Scott after 3 years. He'll be a starter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. He's definitely a future starter for sure. So with that being said, all right, Mike Hilton, is he a free agent this year or has he got another year? I always forget. Mike Hilton, I think he's got another
year. On a 4-year deal, I think.
Yeah, I think
he'll be a free agent after next year, not this year.
All right, so who would you say, if it's not Dax, who is the backup slot for Mike Hilton now?
Jalen Davis. It'd be Jalen Davis.
Davis still? Okay.
Yeah, because Zach Taylor said he's one of the best 32 slots in the league. So that shows you they look at him pretty highly. I know the guy doesn't play a lot because Mike Hilton's generally been healthy, but Zach Taylor loves him. He's been used on special teams. So, yeah, it'd be Jalen Davis.
Now, who do you think out of the guys that we have in the DB room is more likely to be cut or on the practice squad? Because we got so many. They're all fast. They're all good. It's going to be a tough competition.
That is hard because I think, you are going to keep Sidney Jones. I mean, he's a veteran. You need that experience. It's really going to come down to either Allen George or DJ Ivy, which is tough because, I mean, you don't want to just cut a draft pick, but Allen George initially made the 53-man roster at cutdowns last year. Then he went practice squad and made the active roster, played in the playoffs last year. So, I mean, that's a guy you don't want to get rid of either. And he's a very smart guy too. So I don't know. That's tough. Maybe you keep both. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think you keep both, but it's possible. But one of them's going to have to go, I think, to the practice squad.
Well, I think it depends on who probably performs better at special teams too. Because that's
100%. I mean, like you said, special teams is huge, man. Like, some guys may not make the roster as like position players, but if they're good at special teams, they'll make it. Like Stanley Morgan has no shot, with respect to him, no shot of making it as a receiver.
What about Uncle Mike?
Darren Simmons loves him.
Is Uncle Mike going to make it this year?
I mean, if he's good on special teams, yeah, Uncle Mike makes it.
Well, we got so many guys.
But he's going to have to compete for it. He's going to have to compete for it.
I mean, I love the dude. This might be the year he gets cut. I don't know. Now, one thing we talk about with Travion Williams, he was our kick returner last year. With him most likely being our number 2 running back, do you see them still using him as a kick returner? Because sometimes they don't like doing that. You know, they're like you guys who don't play as much. I mean, I don't know offhand who else could be, because I think Charles Jones.
Chuck Sizzle, yeah. I mean, if it's not Chuck Sizzle, it'd have to be Travion, because Chris Evans lost that job last year, so it'd have to be either Travion or Chuck Sizzle.
Well, I think he'll be our punt returner. Do they ever have
the punt returner? Yeah, but I'm saying kick returner maybe.
Do they have to do both? Do guys? I can't remember if guys do punt and kick return.
I think Trent Taylor did occasionally. Wait, did he? Well, no, I could be wrong. Maybe there were some situations where he did. Because I think, Chris Evans, that Super Bowl year, was kick returner. Taylor was. Well, actually, I don't think Taylor might have been the punt returner that year. I think
Taylor's a punt returner. Taylor was punt returner last year, because last year.
No, the Super Bowl year. The Super Bowl year. I'm trying to remember. I didn't cover the team at the time.
No, that was the DB we released.
Brandon Wilson.
Yes.
Brandon Wilson. Okay, so it was Brandon Wilson, punt returner, and then it was Chris Evans, kick returner. Yeah. Yeah. Then last year it was Trent Taylor, punt returner, Chris Evans, Travion Williams, kick returner, because Wilson was hurt. Now he's gone, unfortunately for him.
Right.
Now I think it's going to be Chuck Sizzle, punt returner, potentially Travion Williams, kick returner, if not Chuck Sizzle. That's how I'd look at it.
That's what we're about to find out here in the next couple weeks. All right, Mohammad, you say you gave me a half hour. I appreciate it, dude. I tell you to plug your stuff, which I mean they can follow you on Twitter. I know you're going to get another spot. Once you get another job, let me know, and we'll hopefully be able to hang out down at training camp this year when you get down there soon to hopefully be back covering the team.
Yeah, I mean, I might just go as a fan since now I could technically be a fan again. I might go as a fan and check it out. Maybe go say hi to the reporters that I haven't seen since basically mini camp. I talked to many of them since I was laid off, but I haven't actually seen them in person. So, yeah, maybe I'll see you out there, man, and we'll
Hey.
take a picture together. It'll be fun.
Absolutely, dude. I'll be out there tomorrow. Yeah, that's funny. I saw the beat writers. I was always going to stand in the same spot, and they all kept walking by saying hi. And I'll stand next to Corey and my buddy Greg, and they're like, "How do you know all these guys?" I was like, "Because I'm always here."
You ever have them on the podcast?
I have. I've had all of them on the podcast.
Especially with Trags, Kelsey. If you had Paul Daner on here, he's excellent.
Yep,
He's a good guest.
The only one I had, Kelsey, I have not had her on.
You got to get her on, man. She's good with the
she won't
inside
answer me.
stuff.
I know she's great.
She's busy. She's busy too with a lot of stuff. With I think she does like sideline reporting for UC. So
UC, yeah,
probably one of the busiest people on the beat. She's a busy bee.
Yes, because I got to talk to her down at the Holy Grail when she had her podcast with Ted Karras, and I said, I got to get Orlando Brown. I said, I gotta get you on the podcast. She goes, I know. And today I didn't. She was too busy. She was focused on work, so I didn't even say anything to her. But anyway, hopefully I'll get her on.
She's awesome.
Soon. Yeah, she's cool. Mohammad, appreciate you. Like I said, stay in touch. And like I said, you come down to camp, let me know. We'll hook up.
Appreciate it, brother.
Later. Hooday. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Like I said, Mohammad is a great writer. He's going to get another job. I'm not worried about it. Just like Jay Morrison. Jay Morrison picked another job up. So he will be there too. But I did have a great time down there at training camp with Greg and my boy Corey, Bengals Warrior, which I got him in the background. We'll be bringing him on here in a second, but I do want to play a clip of Jackpot's press conference that he had after practice.
Once you get close to that first game, you kind of drown all that out, and you just go out and figure out a way to try to play your best. So that's tough to say, but definitely wasn't where I'm at now.
Were you asked to be in season 2, that quarterback back then?
Yeah, I was. Maybe 1 year. This year I'm not. We'll see. I would like to do it maybe a couple years down the road, but I don't think now's the right time.
Are there any personal goals you've set for yourself on year 4?
You always have personal goals. I've been thinking about goals a lot lately, and I think where my mindset is these days is just improving every day. The point I'm at now, I'm one of the best in the world, and if I just continue to improve every day, I'm gonna help myself a lot more than if I set these goals for myself that are tangible. So I'm just focused on getting better every single day. I know it's cliche, but I think that's the best way to go about it.
How do you think you practiced today?
Pretty damn good.
Why do you say that? What makes a damn good practice?
Felt like I put all the balls where I wanted to, made good reads, made good checks. It was a good first day.
Zach said that you were at the 300 level, and a lot of the guys are at the 100 level. And how frustrating is that for you to have to kind of like choke it down or whatever to make sure that you're doing things that everybody can kind of fully understand and take advantage of?
I wouldn't say it's frustrating. I think that's an opportunity for me to get better. You learn by coaching sometimes, and so the more that I can talk through different things to receivers or O-linemen, the more then I can think about it and then go and process that after I have those conversations, and so those are opportunities to get better mentally.
Zach had said you felt this team was ready to come out of the chute. You felt like that back in the spring. Second snap is a fight, third snap is a long ball. It looked like it was guys were mid-season up there.
Guys are excited to be back. Everyone's chomping at the bit, ready to go. It's a long training camp. There's going to be intensity on that field, but we have a bond in the locker room that's unbreakable, and that's going to translate on Sundays, and that's the most important thing.
Couple things there. They have a bond that's unbreakable, and it'll translate on to Sunday. another one he got asked, which if you couldn't hear it, I'm sorry, I can't turn the sound up. That's as loud as it was. He was asked if he's going to be on the QB season or show that it's on, I think, Netflix. And he said he was asked to come on for a second season. He told him no. He said maybe something he would want to do later on. So there's a couple tidbits of stuff he said at press conference, which is after practice now. Anyway, he's been waiting long enough. Let me give it to my boy. He's Bengals Warrior. Corey, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, my man?
I'm trying to just, get cooled off from the scorcher we were enduring down there at I almost said Paul Brown at Paycor. What were you were down there? What were some of the stuff that you took from today's practice, other than it was hot as hell?
Well, that's the first one. It was hot as hell down there. Just like in the clip, he was talking about the fight that happened between Trey Henderson and Orlando Brown Jr. And you were sitting there right there with me. They separated, and Henderson had all kinds of scratches down his neck. I mean, it's good to see that kind of competition this early in the training camp. Obviously, it didn't get too crazy. No helmets were flying this time. So,
yeah, we didn't have a Darnold, or not Darnold. The Rams player. I can't think of his name.
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, he was out there swinging helmets. But yeah, you because I remember you were like, whose helmet is off? I'm like, I couldn't even see who it was because they always do it all the way on the other side of the of the field. But one thing that you can confirm that I've said on here for 3 years now, Ed McPherson, shooter, said he was going to come on a podcast. You were standing right there when he said it.
I'm sorry, what? I can't hear you.
No. You you can confirm it.
I can confirm it that hopefully it's in the talks and works here soon. So hey Crippy. So
we'll see, man. I hope so. But I'm like, hey, I was like, hey, you saw it. You confirmed
you were there. You were trying.
Yeah, Greg can hear it too. Greg's like, can I come on the podcast then?
See, Greg's already trying to block me. I was going to ask you the same thing. I was right there. I can confirm it. I should be on this show that day.
Well, he might only give me 5 minutes. If it's only 5 minutes, it's just going to be me and him. Because he's like, well, how long is your podcast? I said, it's an hour. I said, dude, you can give me 10, 15. I said, you give me 5 minutes. I don't care. Just come on. He's like, all right.
Right.
So I hit him up on Instagram. We'll see if he answers back. But yeah, I mean, I thought, for the most part, I thought the practice went well. I thought Joe looked good. The backup quarterbacks looked pretty good to me too. Jake Browning, dude, there's still part of me. I kind of root for Jake Browning to be that backup.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a bigger question this year is who's going to be the backup. I like what I saw out of Jake Browning. I think he missed the one pass. I just overshot the guy a little bit, but Trevor Siemian missed some passes too. So, I'd really like to see Browning he's already put his work in here in Cincinnati. I'd love to see him get a shot. So,
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Nothing gets Trey, but I mean, it's like I told you, we're talking about the field. It's like with Trayvon's started NFL games. Jake, I don't think played in one yet. Other than preseason games. Not that I know. At least he hasn't here. Not that I know of. So, but I mean, I like Jake Browning. I thought he knows the system. He knows Joe. So that's just personal. I'm rooting for him to get the job, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I like that. I'm going to watch that battle. And then obviously the safety battle is going to be, I heard you and Mohammad talking about the safety battle. I think that's going to be another big battle going on this offseason or this training camp. So
yeah, I mean, that's the cool thing is, dude, I was talking to Mohammad, there's not a lot of stories because there's not a lot of it's just it's mostly gonna be contracts.
Yep.
One's Joe signing, one's Steve signing, one's Logan signing. What about DJ? Which I mean, dude, I hope they sign. Like, all right, I have one for you. If it comes down to Logan Wilson or DJ, who are you signing? If you sign one or the other, which one would you sign?
I'm gonna go Logan Wilson. I love DJ. I was talking to DJ there today. I'm a huge supporter of him. I'm glad I'm not in that spot, but I think the linebacker position. I think you can find some defensive tackles out there. Unfortunately,
I'm team DJ, dude. I mean, I love
But-
Logan Wilson. DJ is my dude, and because when he's not there, just remember last year when he's not there, there's a big difference when he's not there. That running game, they run on us a lot more than they do when he's there. Logan Wilson, yes, there's a big difference, but Akeem Davis-Gaither can come in and play pretty good. So that's where I'm like, if it's me, that's DJ all day, man. I want to keep him because we still haven't replaced Larry Ogunjobi. Hopefully, Zach Carter, this is the year that he steps up, and he played pretty good toward the end of the season, and maybe he makes they need him to take a step.
We definitely got some younger guys on that line, and they need to take that next step. Joseph Asai has been pretty good. I think he got hurt last year a little bit. If we can keep our guys from getting banged up, I think, our younger guys will make that step and hopefully replace Larry.
Somebody's got to because we haven't had it yet. But yeah, but the thing is, I think we're going to get more pressure. I think we're going to get more sacks this year because of the four guys. You got Joseph Osai, you got Miles Murphy, and then the H boys, Henderson and Hubbard.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be more times than just third down. I personally think that Lou's going to put him out there and tell him go eat.
Yeah. I think you're also going to see a lot of, I think Miles Murphy, I watched some of his tapes at Clemson, and, they set him up a couple of times. So I think you're going to get him to come rushing around the edge on like a Henderson side, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're going to have to pick your poison at that time. It's going to give the, what do they call him? The crazy cooker, Lou.
The mad scientist.
Yes, the mad scientist.
Lou Dini, the mad scientist.
Yeah. He's just going to have all these weapons to do different things with, and teams are going to be like, yeah, we don't want to play the Bengals anymore. They're no fun.
Which hopefully maybe one of these days Lou will just come on my podcast. Like he really wants to. I could tell today. You could feel how bad he wanted to come on.
I can confirm that you are trying to get Lou and Maroon on the show as well. So
that's probably not happened. I don't think the Bengals are going to allow that.
she kind of laughed at us and kept.
Yeah, everybody kind of laughed at me when I asked. But hey, that's the only way I can get people on. But yeah, so the punters. Me and Muhammad talked about this a little bit. The punters were in front of us. And did you know Drew Christian was hurt? I didn't even know he had anything happen to him. I mean, I knew he wasn't out there. I was kind of wondering that.
I felt it was weird because I didn't see him. But no, I did not know he was in the hospital until I saw Mohammad talking about it. You and Mohammad earlier. So yeah,
but Brad Robinson, just watching him kick, dude, he booms that ball and it's angled to the corner, and it's because almost everybody who was going back to catch the punt was running backwards because they kicked it farther than they were standing there. I think he's gonna be a weapon. Like Shooter was a weapon his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
The mustache machine, he might be a weapon his rookie year.
Yeah, the mustache machine. We're gonna have all kinds of nicknames for everybody this year.
I just freaking thought of that with mustache machine.
I saw some of his kicks. I believe he came from Michigan.
Yep.
I can't believe I said those words out loud.
Yeah,
but
what's wrong with you?
But some of his punts are, I'm just like, wow, this guy, and he's just booming punts. Side note, he's a really nice guy. He came over after you left. Him and McPherson and Cal, they came over and signed some autographs. So I got to talk.
Did you tell them to come on my podcast?
I tried to plug you in there. McPherson already knows, so
at least you tried, I guess. At least you tried.
Maybe we can do like a special teams theme.
Yeah, special teams. That'd be awesome to get all of them on. I would totally be down for that. Get Robinson, Shooter, and Cal Adamitis. Yeah, that would be a hell of a show to have all three of them on.
Remy doesn't know it yet, but I got her a gift for my room. You can't see it, but
you got it signed. All right, you did get it signed.
I did get them signed. That's where I got to talk to Brian for a little bit, Shooter, Cal, and then great guys like Mike Hilton, Sam Hubbard came over, and the rest of the guys. But so. The Bald Bomber.
Bald Bomber. I think that's what the Bengals and Brewers are calling him.
Oh,
they got a shirt that take a mustache rides or whatever on their shirts they got. So, But yeah, I wish it could have stuck around, but I had to hurry up and run home and get ready for the show because people were like, "You're leaving?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got to do a show at 5:30. I got stuff to like actually do so I look semi professional."
I got stuck in traffic on my way home because I stayed and hung out. Like once I got on 71, it was like wall to wall traffic. Everybody leaving Cincinnati at rush hour. I was like, oh, I should have left.
Well, I said I should have asked you when you're down there. I'm like, when I got back home, I'm like, crap, I was going to ask Corey to come on. I was going to ask Greg too. I figured us two were standing, we could talk about, training camp. But Greg's like, Strawberry, I'm still wore out from training camp. He literally, so according to Bengals and Brews, Greg literally went home. Okay, I'll ask you this. I'll put it this way. What was the first thing you grabbed to drink when you got back from that hot ass practice?
Water.
So milk would be the first thing you would reach for?
No, milk would probably be the last thing I would reach for.
That's what I said. So Greg and Chopper on Bengals and Brews, and not Greg. I mean Dale and Chopper on Bengals and Brews, and Dale called me, and I'm like, "What?" He asked what I had to drink when I got back. I said, "Water." He said, Greg grabbed a big glass of milk. I'm like, why the hell would you drink milk after being out there? It was 9,000 freaking degrees. Like, dude.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
yeah, exactly. Like, Greg, I hope you feel better, my friend. You're going to be sick for a little bit.
God love Greg. He's one of a kind, dude. Big savage, man.
Yeah. So I finally got him back. Last year, well, I think it was last year, I was trying to call his name, get his attention, and he completely ignored me for a while.
He was big time in you. Let's be honest.
Big time. Like Greg over here.
Yeah, big time Greg. He got the Big Sandwich nickname from Zoom. He's on multiple podcasts all the time. He's big time guy. Yeah, keep going. I heard he did that to you.
Yeah, he did that to me. So today I came up. Another guy was there. I said hi to him, and then I saw you. So I said hi to you, and Greg's over here like, "Hey Corey." So I just ignored him. I big timed him back, man. I've been waiting on this moment for a year now.
Like, yeah, Greg, that's what you get. What just happened, bro? Oh, geez. Krim here said he tried to tell him to drink pickle juice, but
pickle juice is good.
The pickle juice is good, but I don't think I'd be drinking that after I'm hot because it was.
If he's cramping or anything, pickle juice will help.
All we did was stand. But the bottles of water kept getting farther and farther away from us.
It felt like that ground kept moving on us. It's just every time we'd bend over to get a water, it was like, that's...
Man, I don't remember it hurting that much to bend down that far to go pick that up. I'm like, what the hell? It was a lot of fun. It's going to be even hotter tomorrow. So, yeah.
I know. It was going to come out, but I'm going to have my daughter, and I just don't think I'm going to have her out in that heat tomorrow.
Yeah, so she probably wouldn't make it. It's too hot. Now, one thing, if you guys want to get there now, you should get there early because, they let everybody in. Now, hopefully, they'll listen to me. I was talking to a couple of security guards, and they need to move the rope out farther so we have more room. But, Corey, you were in it. That line was wrapped around the practice field. I don't think I ever saw it that long last year.
Yeah, it went down towards the bridge right before Longworth and made that left and went up that road. And luckily, when I got there, it wasn't that far down, but as I was in that line, I could just see it growing and growing and growing. And so luckily, get there early.
Luckily, on my way down, Greg called me and said, "You coming down?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm already in line." I said, "Okay, cool. I'll come find you." So Greg saved a spot in line for me. Greg's like, he was irritated. He goes, "You know what time the first person got in line here was?" I said, "I have no idea." 9 o'clock. Like, crap. Which that's cool.
Yeah.
But they're bleacher seats. There's not like assigned seats. You don't have to get there that early.
Right.
They let everybody in. They let everybody in last year. So when I was leaving, there were people walking in. There wasn't a lot. There's a couple walking in later. But if you're in line, you're most likely going to get in. You don't have to get there at 9 o'clock in the morning. It ain't like you're trying to sit out, camp out for tickets or anything. You're just going into practice early.
Practice.
Yeah, you have a pick of the bleachers, but for me, I'm not. A fat guy doesn't do good sitting on metal bleachers.
Well, I don't want to do the metal bleachers anyways because it's just going to add that much more heat to you. Like, I'm good. I'm gonna stand in the grass, kind of find a shaded area as much as we can. So
yeah, exactly. Which there is no shade, but yeah, we tried.
There's not. We tried.
We tried. We were the shade.
Right, yes.
We people standing by us, and we're like, "Hey, move over a little. You're blocking the sun." Like, so I want to give you a chance to plug your cornhole tournament here because I know we got the Jackpot Joey one coming up here October 21st. Now we moved it. When is yours? Let me see. I might be able to put your graphic up here if I still have. Well, go ahead and talk about your cornhole tournament here.
So charity cornhole tournament.
As you drop stuff,
right? Completely. August 19th at the Morrow Art Center here in Morrow, Ohio. It goes to the Neurofibromatosis Network. You guys heard me talk about that plenty of times on this show. My two nieces have it, so. We're going to have some food trucks. We're going to have a live music. Bands coming out to play. We got all kinds of raffles. Skyline Chili has donated some gifts for the raffles. Yeah, Skyline Chili.
I like Skyline.
Let's see. Ron Boyle is going to donate a basket. We're going to raffle that off. And then a couple of shops from the Mara Art Center is going to donate some baskets. So we'll have a lot of raffles. 30 some odd shops to come out and explore. So if you guys come out, bring your wives, kids, they can go inside. There's a big gymnasium. If it happens to rain, we will move the cornhole tournament into the gym. So rain or shine, we will have this event.
So do me a favor, go sign. I haven't done it yet, but you go sign up. I have to do it still. And I think a lot of people might be like, I'm going to sign up. I just haven't done it. Or I might just give you, like I said, give you the money when I get there. But if you sign up, it makes it a hell of a lot easier for Corey and everybody who's running the event to already have everybody signed up, figure out teams, all that stuff. So it's on your Twitter page. I've tweeted it out a couple times.
Yeah, it's Facebook. Yeah, Twitter, Facebook, on my IG. All links are right there. So I'm actually sending it to you right now. Sorry, but yeah. So I'm gonna have a prize for the top two teams, depending on how many teams I can get. I know several teams have already told me, well, if we win, we'll donate it back, which is awesome. You don't have to. That's why we have the prizes there for you. And there's going to be a split the pot. So go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
No, you're good. What is the prize? What is the number one? We're both looking at our phones. Or we're on a live show. I got distracted. I had a message from Instagram, and I was kind of freaking out, hoping it was Evan.
Evan, that would be okay to do on live TV.
Yeah, I was about to ready to explode.
Oh my gosh!
Yes, if I got him. But he hasn't messaged me yet. But yeah,
I'll have to message him to try and throw that name out there. Remember. Meet with my guy Jeff, Strawberry Ice.
You told him you come on his show.
I was there. Top prize, we're going to have a cash prize. Again, it's going to be a percentage of the money that we can raise. So I know the food trucks and there's going to be an ice cream cart, Jeff.
Ooh.
Just for you, Jeff, an ice cream cart. So
is there going to be strawberries there?
There might be some strawberry. I can talk to Miranda's and ask them if they bring some strawberry flavored ice cream for you.
Yeah. I'm down for that. I like that. I mean, my name's Strawberry. I like chocolate, but I'll eat strawberry ice cream. I like it.
Maybe they got Neapolitan. You can have it all.
Well, actually, my favorite is peanut butter chocolate Reese's. Oh my god.
Okay.
I love anything peanut butter chocolate. It's delicious.
My mom used to do chocolate ice cream with the peanut butter topping, or she would melt peanut butter in the microwave and pour it on top.
Oh, you're making a fat guy hungry, man.
That's right.
All right, Corey. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Again, tell everybody where they can find it again real quick before I let you go.
All right. So you can find the link on any of my social media accounts at Bengals Warrior on Twitter, Bengal Warrior 87 on IG, or Corey Moreland on Facebook. I appreciate everybody. Jeff, I appreciate you for letting me come on here and talk about it.
I can't wait till Saturday. Saturday's
going to be fun. What time are you getting down there? Sorry, we're talking.
I don't know. I got it because we're having a grill out here Saturday night. You're my Facebook friend. You're invited. So don't tell me I didn't invite you. You're invited.
Only because I was on the show today.
It's if you're Just Friends on Facebook was invited. That's Strawberry Ice's friends. So you're invited. You just didn't see it. So we planned that before they did the back together again. So I'm going down. I don't know what time, and I don't know how long I'm going to be there. It just depends on how things are going at the house, so I can help my wonderful wife.
I know gates open at 1:00. There's
and
a little
work that night.
Oh yeah, there's a pre-party as well for all the Bengals fans. And then
that's at Fountain Square, isn't it?
Fountain Square, and then I think there's a thing at the Blind Pig at 11. I think Jimmy's doing it.
Yeah, I think they did that last year too.
Yeah, they reserved like the whole room for all the Bengals fans to come down. So while they're all there, I'm going to be the first one in line. I'm going to sneak in line and get a good seat.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I said, I got to work, and then I got to try to take a nap, and then I got to try to help her get everything, Mrs. Ice, get everything ready down here, and then I'm heading down. So I don't know what time I'm going. I'm probably just going to Paycor and getting down there and trying to get a spot. So anyway, Corey, it was a lot of fun today. It was hot. Appreciate you coming on. Good time for this cornhole tournament because I'm going to win it. I'm just saying.
There you go. Challenge
accepted.
Somebody beat him.
See you, Corey. Who day, brother?
Who day?
All right, guys. Like I said, go follow Corey. Go enter his cornhole tournament. Go enter the Jackpot Joey cornhole tournament. These things are fun. It's all for charity. It's all for good things. It's good times. It's fun. You can win some money. Most of the time, people who win the money donate it back to the charity. You don't have to do that, but some people do. But anyway, go check it out. It's all on all his social media pages. And if you don't know what he looks like, he's the guy who looks like, he's got the orange hair and Bengals Warrior. If you're a WWE fan at all, if you weren't, I'm sorry. You missed a great age of wrestling. Ultimate Warrior, Hogan, all that stuff. Anyway, if you see him or I Saturday, come down and say hi. Let me get to the Facebook groups that let me live stream. And, of course, I appreciate every single one of them. They are Who Day Nation, Who Day Legion, Bearcat Ruckus, Radical Reds, the Ohio State Bucknuts, the Ice Bar. I think you can follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and Threads. Twitter handle is at Jeff A. Treadable. TikTok is at Iceman90. Threads is sports_with_strawberry_ice. It's way too long, but that's where it's at. Just look up Strawberry Ice. You'll be able to find it. I'll be pulling a sound off later on tonight, put it on the podcast on Beanpod, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Please make sure you rate, like, and review. Give me a 5-star review. And a comment so more Cincinnati fans can find my podcast. YouTubers, you guys are awesome. Appreciate you. We're at 2,277 subscribers. Again, couldn't do any of this without you guys. I appreciate you guys. I can't wait to Saturday. Can't wait to tomorrow. What Porch it says here. I plan on being at the stadium on Saturday for practice, and I'm going to Jeff's house for his party. And I've got to give him no chop. Bad chop. You're not doing upper decker. That's not a bad chop. That's the bad chop. He's not doing that. But here comes Sahai. Poor Chop will be there. I think Dale will be there, but I don't know. Dale might be sounding like he's wussing out. It might be too hot for him, so I don't know. We'll see. But if you see any of us from the Brew Crew, come say hi. And other than that, that's just sports, baby. See ya!
Talked about it yesterday, just that chip on your shoulder. Everyone talking about a neutral AFC championship game, not even thinking about you guys. How much did that motivate you coming into this?
You better send those refunds.
I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. We ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. We ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. Back-to-back champs, kings of the north with it. Thinking they can hang with us, still ain't jumped out the porch with it. Long bomb to chase every Sunday, watch him go and get it. Double up on him, then we gon' double down on T. Higgins. Then throw Boyd in the mix. mistakes, now you really iffy. Every Sunday showing boys how to really gritty. They try to shuffle up the game on us, but they ain't icky. Flip the coin, kick the toe, Roger to go and get it. Never know what's gonna happen when Joe drop back. He gets shiesty in the pocket, I get shiesty on the track. Nobody on the team all pro, that's all cap. Most all around team in the NFL, that's all fact. Ain't came across nobody yet that seem like they can hang with us. They said we couldn't be Buffalo, but see how we call they bluff. Underdogs every week, they keep on trying to label us. Put your money on us, even if Vegas don't favor us. No matter what, we really came up, now it's hard to fail. I dare you come across that middle, Von gon' ring your bell. I know we under they skin, them boys built frail. Eli Apple out there chirping like a next tail. You don't want Salmon Trey to come off them ends. Rita clogging up the middle like a big body Benz. Right behind them Logan and Pratt, the turnover twins. Jesse Bates in the backfield just to clean up the loose ends. We just drafted Cam and drafted Hill. Instant gratification every time that they on the field. We can't go back to what we was, cause that's the loser way. It's been hard to throw on us since we picked up a Woozy. It's like win after win, feel like we could really do it. Zach Taylor doing his thing for the city, I give it to him. And I bet Samaji will find a hole if you give it to him. Hayden Hurst don't need a hole, he just plan on running through him. Just hand it off to 28 and let him do the dash. Getting hit by BJ Hill probably feel like a car crash. Every week it seem like Lou digging deeper in his bag. And if the game on the line, all my favorite money match. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. And we ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. And we ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up.